Hey.
Yeah.
You heard about Truenorth.bet?
Yeah. This is a dumb question. You told me.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well. Did you hear that it was built from the ground up to be the credible, dependable, safe gaming experience that Canadians like you, Steve, and like you, Jesse, are looking for?
Yeah, you told me.
Truenorth.bet focuses exclusively on Canada.
Well, I'm from there. I like that.
And Canadian players.
Well, I play hockey now. I'm pretty good.
Truenorth.bet also takes pride in having the best customer service on the market. They are professional, they are efficient, and they are built for you. And you and you and me. Truenorth.bet has an incredible offer. All of us.
Yeah.
Truenorth.bet has an incredible offer for you. They want to match your first deposit up to $500 in bonus funds.
Oh.
How great is that? All you have to do is visit sdpn.truenorth.bet and register this incredible offer. Again, $500 in bonus funds with your first deposit. sdpn.truenorth.bet.
Say it 5 times fast.
sdpn.truenorth.bet. sdpn.truenorth.bet. This is a terrible
Keep
bit.
going.
No.
Yep. Keep going.
sdpn.truenorth.bet. I'm doing it 3.
All right. 3 is impressive. Well done.
I would have taken the under. He pushed him. He pushed Taylor Hall into the boards. Taylor Hall went in head first. Let's talk about that first.
I understand why Hall was mad.
I understand why Hall was mad. It was a dangerous play.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
It was a very dangerous play. Thankfully, Taylor Hall is all right, and he's good.
Yep. He's definitely all right.
Definitely all right. So he turns around and, to quote Jack Edwards, grabs Lyubushkin's ear.
Is that actually what Jack
That's what
Edwards
he said.
said?
A little grab of the ear.
Can the Bruins media stop?
No, they got to be homers. Come on.
No, okay. Jack Edwards doing the play-by-play is one thing. Like Joe Haggerty, who he's been very kind to me, but he's like, he turtled. Like, what, for the rest of the game? He didn't come back. They were down to 1 right D, dude.
Yeah.
He turtle his concussion? Like I don't understand.
Yes,
and
Jesse.
this is the thing.
You've never faked a concussion before?
I watched the Taylor Hall hit.
Yeah.
Or the punch, slap, whatever you want to call it. Bop. I called it a bop. I think we can all agree on bop.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that in real time, and I was like, what the... And, I have to admit, it does, at first glance, look like a dive. From certain angles. You're like, what the... He barely touched him. You watch from that side angle, it's gruesome, man. Okay, closed fist or not, and too many people are getting caught up in the shape of Taylor Hall's hand.
We need to call out the worst take on this whole thing.
What's the worst thing?
Producer Drew.
Well, I believe you.
He's had some rough takes lately. I'm not going to lie.
Producer Drew tried to argue that Taylor Hall was trying to grab Lyubushkin's jersey and missed.
Yeah, I think
Drew, I saw your tweets, Drew. It's awful.
I think Drew's trying to grab a take.
Stop it.
That's a rough.
How about you grab a seat and sit this one out?
We get it. You like the abs. We get it. I'm kidding. I love Drew. But in all honesty,
he's mad because Nathan McKinnon hurt himself.
Now look, so this is the punch right here, and I've got it up on my computer, Jesse. And you can replay it on yours too. But bam, right there.
Yeah, he catches him flush in the jaw.
And I don't know what the intention was, because the intention doesn't matter. What matters is the outcome. The thing is, guys, it's not about how hard somebody when you get into a car accident and somebody gets injured, they don't go, that wasn't hard enough for this to be dangerous driving.
Right.
It's quite obviously, like with the jaw, as we know from boxing, especially when you're not looking, a jaw can be extremely vulnerable. That's why for 150 years, there's been no slash to the heads rules and no high sticking rules, is because we know the head is a vulnerable spot.
I'm going to butcher this, but the jaw, like if he was to be punched like flush in the cheek,
it would have been better.
Yes, like it could have broken a bone, but it would have been better for his brain, for lack of a better way of putting it.
Right.
With the jaw, it friggin' flings your head around, which is what gives you a concussion. It's the movement of the brain inside the skull. And Hall, whether you call it a punch or a slap or a bop.
Or an ear grab.
What's that?
An ear grab. We must bring in all...
Jersey grab.
Jersey grab.
Jersey grab. Come on, Drew.
Here, Jesse has it up.
You want me to read it?
Just read it.
Drew said, I don't think he punched him. Looked like he was just going to grab the jersey and swiped his ear. That's why he shoved after.
That's a dang it.
That's
Yeah, like
that should make
that
it
is a dang it. Well, and also, okay, can I throw it out there? It doesn't matter.
Yeah. At the end of the day.
Yeah. What matters is the outcome.
Point. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
did someone get hurt or not?
Dude, Taylor Hall, who is a multi-millionaire, got a $5,000 fine, max allowable under the CBA, blah, blah, blah. We've talked about that at length. And 2 minutes for roughing. Who's not taking that deal? Especially, how often are we going to see this over the next month in the Atlantic Division? Mm-hmm. The Panthers, the Lightning, the Leafs, and the Bruins are all in a dogfight right now. And they play each other a bunch of times down the stretch. Frankly, the George Parros and the NHL are sending a message that this is allowed and are therefore endorsing and encouraging it. If you're not doing this for your team over the next month, you're not doing your job.
Brad Marchand had a mission last night.
Bro, okay. Jesse.
Yes.
What did Brad Marchand do at the end of the second?
He cross-checked John Tavares.
Several times.
Multiple times.
Yeah.
Right
there. He knew what he was doing.
Right in the tricep.
He knew this might be a playoff matchup.
Right where the elbow pad meets the shoulder pad. Right where there's that little fucking gap.
There's some skin there.
He's going right for it. And John Tavares is the color of a week-old banana right now. And you know what he got 10 minutes for?
Yapping at the refs.
Yapping at the ref.
Yeah. No, the cross-check was legal.
Bad league! And you know what? You know what I was thinking this morning? I had an epiphany. I had a shower epiphany. I was thinking of you in the shower, Jesse.
Shower epiphany.
It's
oh.
Why? Where's that? What?
Right? Am I right?
You could have gone so many different angles. No, you take that.
Yeah, we'll take it
back.
back. Also, that was a weak high five, Jesse. Come on now.
Is it? No, I think he was more trying to grab your collar. I think he was more trying to grab your collar. No, I had an epiphany. Where I was like, you know what? The NHL officiating is shit, and player safety is shit. And I'm done talking about it. Jesse, my sincerest apologies. You're absolutely right. We need to keep fighting the good fight. We have a podcast with like 75,000 people a show. I work for the Rights Holder. Gary, I'm in your kitchen. Bill, I'm in your kitchen. George, I'm in your kitchen.
Just watch the water.
Spill the water.
Frank the water.
Well,
Frank the water. And
we
Frank,
want
the NHL Department of Player Safety, you shambolic piece of shit. And also, Frank, NHL officiating, the worst of the major sports. Baseball exists.
Baseball's pretty bad. Angel Martinez is still an up.
Yeah. There was an awful call on Scotty Barnes on Tuesday night. It was awful.
Yeah. Joe West,
all referees are bad.
Joe West retired. We should all celebrate. Listen, I'm in your kitchen, and I'm not going to give up the fight. Every time they're hunk of shit, dog shit, unacceptable, the U word. Bill Burr talks about the U word. Unacceptable. Officiating in the NHL is unacceptable, and we shouldn't accept it. Every time we see some hunk of shit play, some hunk of shit call, we should call it what it is. And how does the NHL screw up the precedent they set? Because you know what happened last night? An NHL player got hit. It was a borderline sort of from behind hit.
It was Larkin.
He didn't like it. He got up and he punched the guy who hit him. That's what Dylan Larkin did to a T. And when Larkin hit Matthew Joseph, it was like...
And it was in the face.
It was like in the face, but it was like with his thumb. Like it was awkward and with his thumb. Dude got a match penalty and a 1-game suspension. Please tell me the difference.
Yeah.
Please tell me the difference. You set the precedent. And then you don't even stick to it. This is... Dude, you have a tough job. You have a tough job. But what do I always tell you about the beginning of relationships, Adam?
You set precedents.
You set precedents. Because if your partner does something that you don't like, and then they do that for 6 months, but you don't tell them, and then 6 months later you go, blah, 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 I hate that you do that. It's your fault. And you owe them an apology for blowing up at them.
That's fair.
It's your fault. They did that for 6 months because you, by not telling them there was anything wrong with that, told them it was okay. Early in the season, you set precedent. Early in the season, they said Dylan Larkin, captain of the friggin' Red Wings, by the way. He's an NHL captain. They set the precedent. You cannot, in retaliation, punch someone in the fucking face. And so they gave him a match penalty, which is a big deal, and a 1-game suspension, which is a big deal. Why then, in March, because it's Colin Campbell's son's former team, why then is an almost identical thing a $5,000 fine? Get your head out of your ass. Why do you get up and work in the morning? Why do you do what you do?
To make money?
Like, the Detroit Red Wings should get to play an extra game because they played 1 game without Dylan Larkin, and it makes no sense that they did. It's 1 game or it isn't. Holy shit. Not hard.